Oh, no contradictions there, huh? Darn it! I don't see any consistencies with the testimony. Now, do you know who the real killer is? Come on, Gramps, don't just sit there. Hand down your ruling pronto. Do it quick, before you keel over up there.
I beg your pardon?
Oops. Oh, what's gotten into me? I'm so sorry. I give her another 5 minutes before she tears off that mask. Well, Defense? Are you ready to let it all go now?
Of course not! I'll never give up!
I see. I suppose this, too, is fate. The sacred scriptures of Qur'anis describe a variety of hells for the damned. For someone like you, who struggles ceaselessly against his fate, Papulbolhig seems most appropriate. People boil what? Oh, wait, that's Qur'anis.
What sort of terrible place is Papulbolhig?
A place where the more one struggles, the further one falls into the abyss. At the bottom of the abyss, a ferocious beast awaits. Think of it as something akin to an antlion sandpit trap.
Oh, there's one of those in my backyard!
Wow, Qur'anist hell is closer to home than I thought.
Now then, it would appear that the witness's testimony supports the... supports the prosecution's claim that the defendant is the only one who could have killed the victim on the stage.
Girk, how are we supposed to get out of this jam? Hey, Apollo, if you can't find any sorry if I fucked up with the mic, you probably heard some clickety-clacking. If you can't find any contradictions, maybe it's time to use an analytical psychology. You mean? I heard some discord in Bonnie's voice while she was testifying. See? Widget is picking up on the noise in her heart too. That's right. Athena can hear things others can't with her super sensitive hearing. She's like a superhero. She can hear the emotions people suppress as a kind of noise or discord in their voices. It really doesn't make much sense, but it comes in handy quite a lot. Alright, Athena, let's give it a try. You got it.
Hold it!
Your Honor!
I'm afraid that our witness, Miss DeFan, is suffering under terrible traumatic stress due to this horrible incident.
She is?
Yes. What with that terrible death on stage, and her beloved Drusy getting arrested, she's under awful strain and shock. In fact, I don't know how much more she can take before she's unfit to testify. What?
Oh, I've heard of that. What is it called? Post-stress disorder? Right? Where a person becomes uncontrollably angry, I think. I read about it somewhere.
That's going postal, Your Honor. This is PTSD.
Oh my. So that's why the witness acts so hostile at times, as if she were a different person.
Yes, and I think her condition is clouding her memory of the incident. Therefore, I suggest a short therapy session for the witness.
Hold it!
Huh? Therapy? You don't know the first thing about a magician's mental strength. I've risked my life jumping through rings of fire and having my body sawn in half. Oopsie. Boy, I've gotta watch my temper, don't I? You're going down.
The fuck was that? Miss Sykes, please do whatever you can to help this unfortunate young lady.
And what exactly is this child planning to do, Mr. Justice? With her super-sensitive hearing, Miss Sykes can hear a witness's true emotions. Simply from tone and inflection, she can tell exactly what a person is feeling. We're really glad that you're here, Mr. Sadmati. Otherwise, it would be completely pointless to explain what we're about to do, so that new players to the game would have a way of understanding without having to break the fourth wall by just explaining it to them anyway. And I can even pick up on feelings that a witness is trying to suppress or hide. Widget projects the emotions I hear into the mood matrix where I can analyze them. It sounds like some sort of spurious devilry. Though I find it hard to believe, I must ask. How do emotions constitute evidence?
While I won't say that emotions can be taken as evidence per se, I have seen how instrumental Mrs. Sykes' work has been in cracking a case. Therefore, I wholly support giving it a try.
I see. If you are in favor of it, Your Honor, then I have no objections. Even this mere monk can see that something disturbs the witness. I'll disturb you. Oh, thank you for understanding, Prosecutor Sadmati. Apollo, you remember how to conduct a therapy session, right? I'm just gonna say it because it's been a bit. I have the background music set all the way up. Okay. Or wait, that was the background music, right? Not the sound effects. Yeah, BGM. Okay.
You want me to lead the session?
Of course. You're the lead on this case, after all. Fair enough. But, do I need a refresher? Why not? Okay, but I think I could use a refresher. Oh, wow. So Bonnie's emotions are shown here in the mood matrix, right? Or wait, no, fuck, who's that? I don't know. Exactly, the emotions I pick up on from her testimony are projected onto this program. The mood matrix gives a visual representation of witness's testimony and emotions. These 4 mood markers reflect fluctuations in a witness's emotions. As testimony unfolds, the mood markers flash in reaction to the witness's feelings. When the witness feels happy or is enjoying the memory, the happy marker will light up. When the witness feels angry or frustrated, the angry marker will react. When the witness feels sad or is scared by a memory, the sad marker will blink. And when the witness feels surprised or confused, the surprised marker will tell us. Okay, I remember now. I need to find a conflict between what she's saying and which mood markers are blinking. That's right, and Miss DeFams definitely has some conflicted emotions. See? Widget reacts to the suppressed emotions I pick up and projects them as noise. If we can pinpoint the inconsistencies between her testimony and her feelings, the noise level should drop to 0 and the therapy session will be a success. Yeah! When you find an unexpected emotion, touch the pinpoint, and then select the unexpected emotion or reaction from the 4 mood markers. Okay, now time to give it a whirl. I like this music. Here we go. Guess Trucy is the one who killed Mr. Reyes and she's sad about that. That makes sense. Even she could move the body with the lift. Okay. I was on stage at the time. But that terrible mistake. Okay, well, she's surprised at the mistake and she's sad about it. Those two make sense to me. My stupid flip caused Trucy so much trouble. I feel so bad about it.
Got it!
I have to say, Miss DeFam, you certainly are a strange one. Even though you said I feel so bad about it, it seems you were feeling happy about it. I think I can guess why you were feeling happy. It must be because it was Trucy's big debut, you made a mistake, you messed Trucy up. I think you were happy because you messed the defendant up.
I'm right, aren't I?
You gotta be kidding me. Why would I be happy I messed Trucy up? I'm a big fan of hers. Because we saw you. Hate her, I loathe her, I can't stand that Trucy Wright. Just because she's a little bit of magic, she saw that. Blah 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 blah. We already saw that. We can't use this as evidence though, Apollo. We saw how you said you hated Trucy Wright. How you were glad she was in trouble. even how she had got, and even how it was what she deserved. I don't have any way of proving what I just said, but I'm just gonna go with it anyway, until someone questions me. It looks like I hit the bunny on the head, so to speak. Apollo, the noise level dropped. Now, if we could get it down to 0. Well, Mr. Pham, are you ready to confess how you really feel? What? What do you mean? I'm Bonnie, the sweet, cute little bunny. I wish. I'm a rookie magician working hard to be just like my idol, Trucy. That's the character I'm supposed to be. The character you're supposed to be. Keep that up, Mr. Pham, and you're going to have a mental breakdown. I hear those are quite rare in these courtrooms. Just let yourself be who you really are. Who I really am? The two sides of you are fighting each other and doing you psychic harm. Psychic harm. I can hear them, two distinct voices battling inside you. Shut your pie hole, you know-nothing, know-it-all. What? I mean, I mustn't say things like that, or I might get flustered. Or I might get some. I don't know. Mr. Pham, how long do you insist on maintaining this wolf in a sheep's clothing act? We can't end the therapy session until you get real with us. Set the wild beast inside you free! She's gonna go crazy. Seems that we didn't really have to do much in order to make it happen, though. Don't make me laugh. You don't know a dang thing about me. You want to see who I really am? Fine. Take a good look. Oh, shit. What? Kick, 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 kick. Now she's a bat. What in the world? Sheep's clothing? You've got it all wrong. It's a rabbit suit I've got on. I'm not a wolf. I'm a blood-sucking vampire. A bat with fangs and wings. Kick, 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 kick. Eek! I think we just opened Pandora's box. Kick, kick, kick. I'm finally done with that goody two-shoes cottontail act. I feel free as a bat. Kick, 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 kick. Sorry.
Defense? Your therapy session has taken a turn for the worst from the looks of it.
There's a perfectly good explanation for this. Isn't there, Miss Sykes? Methinks I created a monster. We blew it. Hey you, lobster boy.
Who, me?
You think I'm glad Trucy's in trouble? That I think she's getting her just desserts? Well, guess what? You're right!
Does this mean you admit to wishing the defendant harm?
Well, the bat is out of the bag now. That mistake of mine was a work of art. Thanks to my goof, poor Trucy had to do all of that hard physical labor. When you say hard physical labor, what are you referring to? Because of Mr. Hat's new position, Trucy had to move both of those huge stage lifts. They must have been so heavy. What a riot. That's strange. Athena, could you please add that last statement to Bonnie's testimony? Alright, I'll update the mood matrix with the new info. Hey, Apollo. Now there's a new inconsistency in the testimony. Yeah, she finally slipped up. So what do I do? What do I need to do now? Well, from this point onward, you just do what you do best. Find the contradiction in the testimony, present evidence to refute it.
Alright, got you now, Bonnie DeFam. I'ma get you.
guess Trucy's the one who killed Mr. Rias. Dun, dun, dun. Well, it's something having to do with this. I need to do a little looking. Do. Okay, well, we know that she messed up. And we know that she had to... So is this saying anything different? She never told anyone. But Bonnie, I guess, just assumed? Well, no, that's right, because... Yeah, no, she would just assume, I guess. Stage lift Trucy had to move out of the way during the show since it was already all the way up. Is it this? I'm not too sure this one actually. I can't imagine what else it would be. Sorry if you hear that, that's my, the guy, my neighbor. He likes to make noises.
Objection!
Uh-oh, music is still playing. That's a bad sign. Oh, fuck! I believe your statement contradicts with this piece of evidence. Oh, really? And how does it do that? I mean, you can't explain it, right? Of course because if you mess up, it will suck to be you if you get my drift. I can't do it. Ha, just as I thought. I'm not ready to be a human juice box just yet.
I'm afraid the witness and I disagree on one point, Mr. Justice. Because I'd say it does suck to be you right now.
Oh. Well, there goes a pint of blood anyway. I don't think that's where the contradiction is, Apollo. What? Huh? It's wait, what? This is the only other thing that's new. I don't... Is it the statement? I'm confused on this one. Like, I don't...
Objection!
No? Oh, shit. Alright, well, let's see if she says that it's not on that statement, or if it is on that statement at least. What's the point of making the new statement? What? I don't know. wait, hang on. Oh, no. Is it implying that because now she likes that what she had done? Maybe the contradiction is back here, saying that it wasn't a mistake? I have no idea, really.
Objection!
But I'm gonna keep objecting until I find the statement where she says that's not where the objection is. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense to me right now. Don't think that's where the fuck is it then? I'm an attorney, you fuck! Is it right here? Okay, well. Shit. So it's not that one, it's not this one. It's not this one. It's not this one. And it's not this one. I guess Trucy's the one who killed Mr. Rios. It doesn't really matter which one. Alright, well, if Athena says this thing, then the game is specifically giving me bad, like, advice. And this will be labeled the game's fault. Let's find out. Oh, okay, so it's not in any of the statements. That's cool. Yeah. Oh no, that's cool. Oh, maybe it's the 0th statement. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't go back any further. Maybe we just have to end the testimony. Hang on. Oh, there's no consult button anymore? Okay. It has to be this, even though Athena fucking lied. It's gotta be this, so she just lied. She ended up having to move the stage lifts. What did I present to this? I presented the picture, I'm pretty sure, right? Or wait. Did I present 2 things on this last statement? No, because I remember following Athena's advice. It's not that. It better not be this. It better not be, she didn't tell anyone. So, how did you know?
Objection!
It is. Oh, awesome. Cool. Maybe that's not it. Maybe I'm not reading into it enough. Maybe he's going to say something different.
Objection!
That doesn't make sense. What? So you think I'm crazy now? No. That's not the point I was trying to make. But I don't hear you denying it. Mr. Pham, allow me to repeat your statement. Thanks to that, she ended up having to move the stage lifts. Okay, that's right. And I still say that's just what she deserved. But how did you know? How did you know Mrs. Wright moved the stage lifts? Well, because I'm very familiar with the things on the downstage, and that was the only way she could have gotten up onto the stage how she did, because I'm a professional magician.
Fuck. I guess I didn't, assume that you had a fucking brain and were, familiar.
No, that was it. That's the right answer. This is a very flimsy argument, but flimsy arguments are rampant in Ace Attorney a lot of times. Let's hope there's nothing more like this. According to her statement, she didn't tell anyone that she had done so. What?
So how could you possibly have known what she had done unless you saw her? You saw Mrs. Wright move the lifts in the understage passage, didn't you?
Dumb. Okay. Maybe if it wasn't her that explained, if it wasn't Bonnie who was the one who explained it to us first, that is what Trucy did, maybe I would have thought that way. But because it was her that told us that, and Trucy didn't really seem to find it odd, at least not that I remember, I didn't think that was a problem. Oh yeah, and Athena's a fucking liar too, so don't ever believe what she says. You did, Apollo. Noise levels are at 0.
But, Mr. Justice, wouldn't that mean?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Pham herself was under the stage where the victim was killed. And I hardly need to tell the court what that means. You are one artful liar, Mr. Pham, and one spectacular suspect. You shiny red lobster boy. You're saying I killed Mr. Rios?
I'm saying that's a possibility.
What's more?
I say you had a solid motive to frame my client for the murder as well.
My apologies for raining on the defense's merry revelry. But you seem to have forgotten one very important point.
Oh, really?
The TV footage. As you can clearly see, Mr. Pham was on stage the whole time. The entire audience could bear witness to that fact, including you.
Oh, yeah.
You have just taken a long and senseless journey, only to return to the starting line. The witness could not have been in the understage passage. Which means the only one left who could have killed the victim is the accused. Guess the party's over. But Mr. Pham knew something she couldn't have known unless she was under the stage. How do you explain that, Prosecutor Sludmoddy? It's quite simple. The accused must have told Mr. Pham about it, but then forgot. I guess that works too. But again, she's very familiar with the show and how things are supposed to be done. I'm pretty sure she could just assume that that's what happened. Plus, when she goes and she sees that the lifts have been changed to different positions, she can, just assume that's what happened. Anyone gonna... Am I crazy? Am I crazy for thinking that? Am I crazy? Tell me if I'm crazy. Open those useless eyes of yours and take a good look at the footage. If Mr. Pham really was in the understage passage, it would mean that she was on stage and understage at the same time. You mean she was in two places at once? That does seem to be the only explanation that makes any sense. It may be an explanation, but I'm not sure about the makes sense part. Then we'll just have to make it make sense! I think that should be the motto for Ace Attorney. If it doesn't make sense, we'll just have to make it make sense. Your Honor, the witness was both on stage and understage at the same time. That is the defense's assertion.
I've heard some illogical things come out of you before, but this is absurd.
I'm sure you'll change your tune once you hear my reasoning, Your Honor.
My gut tells me you're bluffing, but I'll bite.
Oh boy.
Very well, Mr. Justice. How do you explain how the witness was in two places at once?
There were two Bonnies. The Bonnie on stage was fake. She teleported. Well, in my humble opinion, when someone teleports, they don't leave behind, another person. They're instead of being somewhere, they're in a different place. So that shouldn't work. That would still just mean that she was either in one place, she just moved from one place to another really fast. There were two, or the one on stage was a fake. Fake and gay. Old YouTube. The Bonnie DeFam on stage was fake.
Fake? Really?
Such an assertion is not something one would expect to hear from a genuine lawyer.
Oh, maybe you are the fake and your attorney's badge is made out of cardboard.
No. I'm the real thing, I swear. And why cardboard specifically?
Let's just say I had an infuriating experience
once, thanks to I know what you're talking about.
In any case, your fake Bonnie theory doesn't sound very convincing.
It's not a bad idea in theory. I think the one on stage was the real Bonnie. You can just tell. If the one on the stage wasn't fake, does that mean the one under stage was real too? Okay, then. Please let me try again, Your Honor. Alright, I didn't really want to go with there's two of them, but okay. There were two Bonnies, Your Honor. If that were the case, it would make sense, wouldn't it? She's got a twin sister. There were two of them? I suspected you had a few screws loose, but now I see some are missing altogether. Is there a toolkit in this courtroom, Your Honor? I suppose three screws to the head should righten his putrid brain.
Very well. Bailiff, could you...
No, wait. Please listen to my argument.
Very well. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to at least give it a listen.
As was argued earlier, Miss DeFam was shown in the footage the whole time. But at the same time, she was also watching Miss Wright in the understage passage. The only possible explanation is that there are two Bonnies.
That almost sounds like it makes sense. What do you think, Prosecutor Sadmati?
This humble servant of the Holy Mother is of the opinion that we should lose no time in replacing the defense's many lost screws. But Apollo, it goes against reality itself to say that that one person is actually two. But we don't, oh sorry about that, anyway, okay. But we don't have to be bound by reality. After all, we're talking about magic here. So if the Bonnie de Femme in the foot stage is the real Bonnie, then the Bonnie here on the witness stand, the one who must have been understage, this Bonnie de Femme, is our second Bonnie. She is. Say we call the one in front of us Bonnie 2. I believe I have just the piece of evidence to prove that Miss Bonnie 2 exists.
Oh, then please submit your evidence, Mr. Justice. What proves the existence of a Bonnie 2?
Oh shit. I have no fucking clue. But I'll try my best. No. Prints on the coffin lid. On the lid and the top panel. Maybe the fingerprints, because we don't know who that is. Fire bucket to be used in the case of fire, but it was empty. No. Nope. Nope. No. I don't think so. No. The only thing that makes sense to me would be these fingerprints, and if it's not the fingerprints, then I would have to say the CD footage, and maybe I'd have to point something out in that. But this is all I can think of. It's like, hey, there's like a few fingerprints on the coffin. Maybe? Were they on the inside? Maybe they were on the inside.
Take that!
What's this?
During our investigation, we found a set of unknown prints on that coffin on the stage. These prints were most likely left during the course of the show. But they didn't match the prints of any of the people involved in this case. An unknown third party's fingerprints? I was not told of this. I thought you were supposed to see the future. Emma must have kept it from him. So the question is, who could these prints possibly belong to? Miss de Femme, or should I say, Bonnie 2? These are your fingerprints, aren't they?
Enough of this foolishness. One person could not possibly be two. Those fingerprints could have been left not only during the show, but at any time. It's not like of you to use your cool like that, Prosecutor Saltmati. And I'm sure you know that. Exactly when the fingerprints were made is not the main issue. What do you mean by that, Mr. Justice? The issue is who do these unknown prints belong to? They're certainly not Bonnie de Femme's. But what if they belong to the person standing right in front of us?
Oh? You mean Bonnie 2 is the second Bonnie? Is that what you're implying?
It's preposterous to suggest that those prints belong to the witness. I say they must belong to some other unknown individual.
Prosecutor Sadmani, can you really look at her and still say that? What are you looking at? Take a picture, it'll last longer.
How could this be?
If we check her prints, I am sure they'll match the unknown set. Well, Bonnie, the prints that don't belong to the real you belong to you, don't they, Bonnie too?
Witness, is what the defendant has said true?
Fine, I admit it. The fingerprints are mine.
Then does that mean you aren't Bonnie DeFemme?
What? Ridiculous. I don't know what the fuck's going on, man.
Are there really 2 Bonnies?
Nope, there's only one Bonnie. That's because she's 2 midgets stacked on top of each other. I'm Betty. Betty DeFemme. Oh my gosh, they're fucking sisters. What? Ladies and gentlemen of the court, it's time for a wondrous magic show. Gasp in amazement as this lagomorphing illusionist performs her teleportation magic. Watch closely, it's showtime. And then they make out. Oh, wait, maybe not. Maybe they can't do that.
What an amazing trick! The witness has suddenly split into 2 people!
It's not a trick. No gimmick to it either. We're simply twins, of course.
What?
Twins? So that's how the teleportation trick works. Ever since I debuted, I had to hide or pretend I'm Bonnie. All cute and sweet and goody-good. I can't tell you how stressful it's been. But I don't have to hide anymore. That's right, our days of sneaking around are finally over. So wait, so is one of them actually a fan of Trucy and the other one's evil? The cover's blown, but they actually seem pretty happy about it. So which one of you is the nice Bonnie DeFemme we met in the dressing room? That would be me. And the sharp-tongued Bonnie we saw in the Ratings Raja with the Ratings Raja under stage was... Hey, who are you calling sharp-tongued? Okay, well I guess that's a little bit of a trick. It's all starting to make sense now. So they didn't... Okay. Jeez. I can't believe they went with just they're twins!
So, Mr. Justice, this changes the facts of the case rather dramatically, doesn't it?
It certainly does. During the show, it was Bonnie who was on stage the whole time. But because of this, a bad one might go to jail and a good one might still not go to jail, I hope, at least. So that would be good. So Bonnie couldn't have committed the murder. But Betty, on the other hand... oh! Look at that! Who was under stage did have the opportunity.
Well, so we now have 2 suspects.
Wait just a minute there, Lobster Boy. I didn't do it. That's right. Betty might have a foul mouth, but she'd never kill anybody. Hey, who's got a foul mouth here? I don't know, it's funny. Enough. Oh, well, speak up, huh?
Hold it!
Hold it! Please save your sibling squabbling for later. Betty, you must have been in the understage passes during the show. Otherwise, you wouldn't have known about the stage lifts being moved. No, unless you know, are good at your job. Okay,
So what exactly were you doing down there?
fine. I'll testify. Anything to get you off my back.
Prosecutor Sanbody, Betty DeFemme is ready to testify. What do you say?
Betty, You lied to this humble servant of the Holy Mother. Hey, what else could I do? I couldn't blow our cover and ruin our magic act. Besides, am I gonna go to your Twilight Hell or whatever for being a liar? You will indeed. However, it won't be after your death. Rather, I shall give you a taste of your punishment on this mortal coil in interrogation hell.
Now then, Petite Femme, please explain to this court what exactly you were doing under the stage.
It's true, I had business in the Interstate Passage because of the upcoming trick. It was the fire trick, right? The one Mr. Reyes was supposed to do. The one Mr. Reyes was supposed to do? That's right. It was a very dangerous trick, so I had to make sure we were prepared for it. It was in the script, and I really wanted to see it, but I couldn't because of the accident.
Shut up! You're gonna give it away!
Anyway, I was real busy. Yeah, way too busy to have the chance to kill Mr. Reyes. Oh, that was certainly different. How's that for a flawless testimony and alibi? Oh, more magic. Our magic is real. It's not a trick or a gimmick. Kinda.
Oh my, she's floating!
Your Honor. You can see she's being held up from below. Could I have that job? You were supposed to pretend you didn't see that. It's a little something called etiquette. What? But I can't help it. Whenever I see a contradiction or inconsistency, I just have to point it out.
Now then, the defense may begin its cross-examination.
Also, aren't there, like, holes? Like, it's not a solid, like, wood, like, wall beneath that. It's got pegs, right? Anyway, what happened understage? I don't like how, the Allegro music doesn't play whenever the regular testimony is happening. It only plays whenever you can present stuff or press and stuff. This is kind of weird. I don't know. Is that how it's always been? I don't know.
Hold it!
If you were in the Understate's Passage, which, need I remind you, was the crime scene, then you most certainly should be counted as potential suspects. But I don't have any motive to kill Mr. Reyes. But you, by your own admission, hate Mrs. Wright. When she was arrested as suspect, you said it was what she deserved. So you believe the witness killed a man simply due to her dislike of Trucy Wright? As a motive, is that not improbable at best? Well, no, it's actually pretty probable, to be honest. But what if her hatred caused her to bear a strong sense of malice against my client? Look, Trucy just made me mad, that's all. I mean, even though she's younger than me, she's got so much skill and popularity. And she's cute, besides. Like, she makes me so mad I wish she would drop dead. Eddie, don't talk like that.
Shut your trap.
So, was it just simple jealousy? Say, Betty, the next trick you were getting ready for. It was the fire trick, right? The one Mr. Reyes was supposed to do.
Hold it!
Bonnie? We're trying to get Betty's testimony right now, so... Oh, right. I'm sorry. You can step down if you'd like. I'm worried about Betty, though. She can lose her temper and say awful things sometimes. Hey, what are you, my mother?
Don't forget, I'm the older sister, you got that?
Yes, I got it. Guess I'd worry about Mount Betty constantly blowing her top if I were Bonnie too. So, Betty, you were down on the stage getting ready for the fire trick, weren't you? That's right, it's a very dangerous trick, so I had to make sure we were prepared for it. And you were taking every necessary precaution, is that right? Of course, every precaution. After all, it's a very dangerous trick that uses real fire. I mean, we had to be ready in case the curtain caught fire or something, right? By the time people realized it wasn't a part of the act, it might be too late, huh? If by people you mean Athena Sykes, then yes.
Wow, a fire trick? That sounds really impressive. Your beard would go up.
Yeah, your beard would go up in smoke, old man. I bet people'd mistake you for a cue ball or something without it.
A cue ball?
Betty, don't be rude to the judge. Betty, you know that fire trick? It was in the script and I really wanted to see it, but I couldn't because of the accident. I see the fire trick was part of this. I see the fire trick was part of the script. It seems Mr. Rios was scheduled to perform it later in the show. Did you not get to see him practice it beforehand? No, during rehearsal he said he didn't feel well, so he couldn't breathe any fire for me. Wait, let me get this straight. He couldn't breathe fire because he wasn't feeling well? My magical powers appear to be on the wane today. That's what he said. So it was just a part of his usual the great Mr. Rayish shtick. It's really too bad I didn't get to see the trick because of the incident. Which was completely unexpected, of course. Hey! Shut up, you're gonna give it away. Anyway, I was real busy.
Hold it!
So what exactly do you mean by you're gonna give it away? See, Bonnie, you and your big mouth. Now Lobster Boy wants to know what we're talking about. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, I hope that she wasn't bullied into it.
Yes, well, if you were preparing for the next magic trick, I'm sure you wouldn't have time to commit murder.
Wow, looks like the old geezer isn't senile just yet, huh? I bet you'll live a good long life.
Ho, 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 I plan to be sitting up here at least another 10 years.
10 more years? I don't know about that. What did we discuss about inner monologues, Athena? Well, more power to you, I guess. In any case, I was so busy I didn't have time to off anybody. I'm way too busy to have the chance to kill Mr. Rios. Are you just trying to cover for Betty? No, of course not. I believe in my sister. I know she'd never murder anyone. But you think my client would? No, I believe in Trucy too. I know she'd never murder anyone either. Well, we just ran out of suspects in that case. Yes, but... See, you should have just kept your mouth shut, dummy. You're making a fool of yourself. Just be nice and quiet, like a good little bunny, got it? Alright. Guess I'm no help. Oh boy. It's impossible to get anything out of Bonnie with Betty right there. So Betty was too busy getting ready for the next trick to have time for murder, huh? There's always time for murder. There must be some way to prove that that wasn't the case. And I think I know just how. But just in case, since I've, haven't had a very good track record so far, I'm gonna go ahead and say, but I think I got this one.
Objection!
I hate to break this to you, Betty, but there's a big flaw in your testimony. As big as the one in that floating trick you did earlier. Oh, harsh words. Let me tell you something, forehead boy. No one has ever figured out how we do our teleportation trick.
No one except me, you mean?
Well, we have even better tricks up our sleeves. Huh? We do? Told you to keep it zipped.
Now, don't fight, you two. Mr. Justice, what's this about a flaw in the testimony?
script has this to say about the fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. However, we found the fire bucket lying empty backstage except for a layer of dust. You didn't even attempt to get ready for the next trick, did you, Betty? You got me.
Betty DeFab, you will explain yourself.
There's nothing to explain. Come on, Betty. We can't hide it any longer. We might as well tell them. Shut up! You barely take care of yourself. Don't try and tell me what to do. Well, if neither of you will explain, I guess I'll have to. The reason Betty didn't prepare for the fire trick was because she is afraid of fire! Knew that the show wouldn't go on. Was slacking out. There's only one knowledgeable answer. Jeez. Or reasonable answer.
You didn't prepare for the fire trick because you knew, didn't you? You knew that the body would be found, and the show would then be cancelled.
Don't be ridiculous, you insignificant speck of a man. I'm gonna yank those lame bangs off you, of yours off. Is that what you want, huh?
Objection!
Whatever, they can grow back. Now stop stalling and just tell us the truth already.
I can't reveal my secrets. I'm a magician. You have been chasing the shadow of an illusionary culprit, Defense. And having chanced up a convenient target, you have let yourself get carried away. Exactly. Where's your proof, huh? And yet, I can see that the witness's taste for false words have also been proven. Wait, did I say that right? Oh. I advise you confine your deceitful trickery to your magic act, witness. Deceitful trickery? Oh, there's so many people talking. As your court-appointed therapist, I'd like to add something here, Betty. You finally let yourself be who you really are. But if you continue to hide behind lies, you'll just be imprisoning your heart all over again. But all these questions mean you're trying to put me in prison for real. So I'll be behind bars either way.
Does that mean you're admitting your guilt?
Of course I'm not. Can't believe you people. Every one of you thinks I did something I didn't do, you... Lobster boy, cue ball geezer, head case brat, Cerberus monk.
Cue ball? Geezer?
Head case brat? Really? Betty, calm down. Come on now. Deep breaths, deep breaths. Look, I'm not the murderer, I tell you.
Then how did you know the show would be called off before the fire trick?
I told you, we can't reveal our secrets. We're under contract. Contract? What is she talking about?